Greetings and salutations, friends. It's story time. This is a tale of courage, determination, and revenge. A tale of a young hero fighting to free his people from the clutches of an evil villain. A villain who's hell-bent on stealing the wealth of his world and turning it into bad guys. Whether you played this game before... Hey, Tim. Wait, what? You've already talked about Spyro before. It was the first video you ever did. Wait. Yeah, I know. And it shows. Wait, no. Tim, you've done this video before. This one. Where is it? It's on the channel. It should... Wait. Oh. Tim, whether you've played this game before or not, just sit back, relax, and enjoy the retelling of this epic tale, exactly as it happened. This story starts off in an interview. One of the big adult dragons decides to make fun of this world's biggest villain, calls him ugly and stupid. Right after the interview says, hey, he can turn gems into soldiers now. And then he gets mad and he casts a spell that turns all the dragons into stone. But it misses Spyro because he's too short. The first dragon you save is Nestor, and he tells you you need to save at least 10 dragons in order to progress to the next world. But Spyro's here to save all the dragons. And he's a sassy 90s mascot character. So don't tell me what to do, old man. Then he saves Delbin, who explains to you how Sparks works. Now, right behind him is a secret that Spyro's supposed to not know yet. But he's a curious devil and discovers it. But Spyro doesn't have time for that because I don't have time for flight levels because I don't like them. I mean, Spyro doesn't have time for the flight levels because there's no dragons in them. First, Spyro ventures to Stony Hill to defeat some billy goats and their shepherds who have sided with that dastardly villain, Gnasty Gnorc. The first dragon he saves is Aster, you senile old piece of shit. If you hadn't been so old and stupid, then the other blue dragon wouldn't have had to step in and get all this shit started. You save Gavin and he also explains how Sparks works. Again. Fucking nerd. Well, looky who it is. You sure do look like a Lindar. You should be the one running around saving all these dragons, giving yourself brain damage. Calm down, Tim. Calm down. Spyro didn't get mad at this. You're right, V. It's my job as a historian to retell this story as it happened. And Spyro kept his cool much better than I would have. Guild Ass teaches you how to... I don't know if that's how you say his name. That's how I'm going to say his name. Guild Ass. He teaches you how to glide, and then you glide over here and kill your first blue speedy boy who stole your eggs. In the midst of all this chaos. Dark Hollow is the next world I ventured. Spyro ventures to. And it's nice to see the Norks have got a spine. They're still terrible, but at least they're trying. There's 3 dragons to save here. Oswin, Albin, and Darius, who tells you that the big fat Norks can only be set on fire. Just before town square, Spyro saves Thomas, who tells us how... I was just told how to glide. The first 2 dragons you save in town square are Nils and Delvin. Devlin. And then Spyro attacks these poor innocent bulls who are doing nothing but defending their territory. He does this and watches their suffering to prepare himself for the horrors of the war to come. Thor and Alvar are the final dragons here. Just before we enter the giant dragon head to face the first boss, we free Argus. Nevin tells Spyro that Toasty is one of Gnasty Gnorc's most devious henchmen. I'm starting to not take Nasty very seriously.
Wow!
I liked it better when you didn't talk. The first dragon you saved from Peacekeeper is Titan, and it looks like the Norks of this world are well prepared for a fight. Dry Canyon is dry, and clearly the heat has gotten to these commanders, because that's not how birds work. The dragons to save are Conan, Boris, Maximus, and Ivar. Good lord. Clifftown has enlisted the help of great big fat mamas and muchachos with metal capes. Halvo, Enzo, and Marco are the ones to save here. Before Spyro braves the icy cavern, he saves Magnus, the Red. Luckily, the chilled surroundings play to Spyro's advantage. He's able to charge these giant armor-wearing Norks right off the side of a cliff and straight to hell. Save Ulrich, Todor, Andor, Asher, and Ragnar. Blackmane, once Spyro defeats the dumbest egg thief and saves Gunnar, is off to face the boss of Peacemakers. Peacekeepers. Trondo is the only dragon to save here, and he reveals that Dr. Shemp doesn't even have a PhD. He's just a dentist. Once Dr. Douchebag is defeated, it's off to Magic Crafters. Cosmos is the first dragon you save, and clearly the elected leader of the dragon world. Look at him. He's regal as First, Spyro attacks Alpine Ridge, destroying these annoying little shits and their big scary yellow monsters. He saves Zane, Eldred, Xander, and another dragon shall remain cased in stone for all the times. Tim, Spyro didn't let that dragon... Nope, he forgot him. He's gone forever. We saved Xantor just before High Caves. Yeah, Spyro braves his fear of spiders to save Cyrus, Ajax, and Cedric. Boldar is the last dragon Spyro saves in the Magic Crafter's homeworld before heading to Wizard's Peak. There we save Jarvis, Hexus, and Lucas. What a normal-ass name for a dragon. And finally, it's time to fight the general that Nasty put in charge of Magic Crafters. Blowhard, and he's terrible. And Altair is the only dragon to save here. I think there's only one dragon in every boss level. I'm just now realizing that after 20 plus years. Peacemakers is a swamp filled with technologically advanced Norks. And Bruno is Cajun as f***. Terrace Village has been completely overrun. But Spyro is not afraid. Cloud and Cyprin are the only two dragons here. Spyro saves Cletus, and then he musters his courage for the most horrifying fight in his young life. Against the most terrifying villains he has ever faced. Attack frogs. It takes all of his determination and cunning. But Spyro saves the dragons here. Roscoe, Damon, Zeke, and Bubba. Oh look, it's Treetops. Speaking of putting his skills to the test. Spyro is still battle shocked from his previous encounter with the attack frog, so congratulations, Isaac, you're the only one getting saved. Tim, this isn't canon. You're not canon. That doesn't even make sense. Metalhead is the boss of Peacemakers, and he's clearly the smartest general that Nasty has, because he took the stupid little monkeys from Treetops and put them in trash cans. And he made sure the big ones skipped leg day for some reason. Sadiki is the only dragon to save, and once Metalhead has been vanquished, it's off to Dreamweavers. Dark Passage is the first of these nightmarish realms that Spyro enters, but luckily he has survived the Battle of Misty Bog. So nothing this world can throw at him can damage his psyche any more than it's already been damaged. Cassia? Azizi? And Bakari? The kind of names are these? These dragons do a lot of drugs. All of the drugs, in fact. Here's a bit more lore for you. Dreamweavers doesn't even exist. The balloonist just gave Spyro a bunch of drugs so he too could enter this forgotten realm. For you see, Tim, while the dragons of peacekeepers protect the dragon world from physical threats, the Dreamweaver dragons protect the dragon world from things unseen
and forgotten.
For you see, these dragons, they've seen things that you can't even imagine, Tim. Wow. Really? No, I'm just kidding. Dreamweavers is up in the clouds somewhere. They just take a lot of drugs. Like, a lot of drugs. Spyro saves Latif before heading off to Lofty Castle to kill whatever the hell these things are and destroy the Nork Air Force in its infancy. All to save Mudada, Brutati, and I don't know anymore. Just these dragons. You save these two dragons and then you head to Haunted Towers to save Costco and Lucario. And this dragon shall remain in stone for all time. Jackie is the boss of Dreamweavers and his minions are far scarier than he is. Have no fear, Ravioli. Spyro is here. And now, it's time to face a big bad himself.
Hey, didn't I already free you?
Well, fine. This should go pretty quick then. Spyro is now a master of warfare and knows exactly where to hit Nasty where it hurts. He must cut off his supply lines by decimating North Cove and Twilight Harbor. Once that is completed, Spyro is ready and feels the time has come to end this conflict once and for all. Excuse me? In the end, this story has a happy ending. Spyro saves the Dragon Kingdom and defeats Gnasty Gnorc. I hope you enjoyed this cinematic retelling of the story of Spyro the Dragon. Join me sometime in the future when we join Spyro again as he puts his newly found skills of war to the test to free yet another world from the grip of evil. Avalar. As always, I hope everyone's having a fantastic day.